Welcome back to the channel. I am your host Zach, and today we are once again wandering the wasteland, seeing what we can find to improve our chances of survivability. So let's roll the dice again today on Airborne Outdoors. So here we are in our first category, and we have everything from our Becker BK9 combat bowie knife to the Gerber LMF2 Gerber Prodigy, the Mora knife Cans Bowl, the Cold Steel SRK-c, and the Ontario Knives Rat 3. So let's roll the dice and see what we find in this category. Number 5, guys, we got the Cold Steel SRK-c. So let's add that to the kit and keep wandering to add to our survival kit. As we continue wandering, we find some cordage, and let's roll the die and see what we find. We get number 2. That is 25 feet of some nice 550 cord. So let's add that to our kit and continue to wander. So here, as we continue our adventure, we find a fire making options, and so we roll the dice to see what we might find, and we get a 5. We get that full-size StrikeForce. Nice ferro rod and striker in there, and even have a little compartment on top there with some jute twine. To go along with that, we found a wet fire. So let's continue to explore and see what we can find. Alright, so here we are looking at some shelter options. We really need to grab something to protect ourselves from the elements. So let's roll the dice and see what we can find. Number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, not too bad. We get the Survive Outdoors Longer Sport Utility Blanket. Nice little piece of shelter option. So we'll add that to kit and continue searching for more loot. So here we are, we find ourselves searching for a container, and the wasteland has provided some options. So we're going to roll the dice and see what we might find. We roll a 2, and we get that small MSR CookPot. Not the worst option here, probably not the best, but we do have the option to boil water. We could carry some water in that, strap it down tight, have some options. So we'll add that to the kit and continue to explore. Okay, here we are, guys. End of the day, might be getting dark soon, and we need to find something to assist us in lighting the way. So let's roll the dice and see what we can find. The number 1, we get the 36-hour survival candle. Not the best option, not the worst. Can help warm us up, help start a fire, mildly light the way. So let's add that to the kit and continue searching for more survival gear. So here we are, guys, as we wander into the darkness. We continue searching the wasteland, and we are trying to find a piece of cotton, a piece of cloth. We got a couple schmogs here, a couple bandanas, a couple smaller pieces of cloth. So we're going to roll the dice and see what we can find. We get number 3. We get that Ultimate Survival Technologies survival bandana. Probably a decent option out of what we had here. Plenty of instructions on there. Bright orange, can use as a signal panel. So we're going to add that to our kit and continue to explore the wasteland. So here we are, guys, looking for something to help us navigate the terrain. Have found plenty of useful gear, and let's see what we can add to that in the compass category. Number 5, we just find a small Brunton button compass. Tight, nice little compact, easy to read. Find your north. Depending on your situation, this might be one of the better options, to just have something simple and lightweight. So let's add that to the kit and continue our adventure. So here we are wandering the wasteland, stumble into a small shack looking for something to help us in our gear repair and possibly even some first aid situations. So let's roll the dice and see what we can find in this category. We get number 2, just some orange duct tape. You know, it's decent. Can be used for a variety of tasks. Like I said, the first aid is great. Gear repair, you know, patching up your tarp, and then this one could even be used for signaling and marking a trail and writing out help on the ground in orange or something like that. So this can really be useful. Let's add that to the kit and continue to explore the wasteland. All right, as we continue exploring, we realize we have found most of our 10 C's of survivability in that cut, cordage, combustion cover, container, candle, cotton, compass, cargo tape, and canvas needle. And we just found a small secondary blade here in a little cache we found from one of our fellow wastelanders. And we're going to roll the dice and see what we can come up with. 1, 2, 3, the Victorinox FieldMaster. Probably... oh, I don't know, probably the best option out of these. You've got a saw on there, of course, your backup blade, your can opener, your bottle opener, scissors. I like this Phillips screwdriver. You also have that pin in there, kind of finishing off that 10Cs. And this one happens to have the plus scale, so you have the tweezers, the pen, and the toothpick. So we're going to add that to the kit, and we're going to take a zoom out and see everything we have found so far. All right, guys, here we are inventorying our haul for the day and looking at all the stuff we were able to find. Kicking it off first off with that SRK-c, that wonderful knife in the SK5 steel. Holds an edge great size, 5-inch blade, 4 3/4 inch handle. Wonderful knife. This is just an amazing catch, an amazing find for this type of kit. We're just keeping it small and mobile, and we were able to find just a small little pouch to go with this, guy. So we're gonna just throw the stuff in the pouch as we inventory our items. Let's look at our shelter option, bigger piece of the kit, that SOL Sport Utility Blanket. Just a small but very useful, reflective little piece of kit. You know, you got some options there. Shows you how to just build a small shelter with it. Use it as a ground cloth to build other shelters, which would be great. Just covering up with it, just laying down and having something to get out of the wind and rain. Building a small lean-to with it, getting a fire going. You know, so you got a ton of options with this type of shelter. So let's throw that in there. And full disclosure, guys, there will be some Amazon affiliate links in the description box below in case you want to check out any of these items and take a second look at how these items could work in a kit for you. And they are a great way to help support the channel, but are also completely free to use. So you click on those links, have a look. You know, even if you don't buy anything, it does help the channel to just click on it and be active. Which reminds me, guys, thank you so much for all the likes, shares, subscribes. Hit that notification bell. Give me the thumbs up. Comment below. And that really helps the channel more than anything. So let's look on. We got the StrikeForce Ferro rod. Great little piece of kit with we've got the striker on there, so we don't need to worry about messing up any of our other blades. Got a decent piece of ferro rod there, so that's very nice. And then, like I said, when we found this out there in the woods, you know, we got a little compartment there that I got just packed full of jute twine, and so that's going to be a great help and a great assisting getting a fire going. But also we did find just one little wet fire to go with that, so we'll tuck that in there. Look at our little Victorinox FieldMaster, just a little bit of everything in there. One of the most important items, I think, though, for this kit is that we have a small saw to just even little 1.5 inch branches that we want to cut down to help build our lean-to or make some firewood of a certain size or whatever. But, you know, can opener, bottle opener, backup knives, screwdrivers, that reamer all could come in handy. Like I'll say, that toothpick, you know, you don't need one till you need one, but then you really need one. So I like having that with me. That little needle in there, so we'll throw that in there. Our little UST survival bandana, I'll leave a link to this. This is a great, I have like 3 or 4 of these. You just can't go wrong with throwing those in a kit. Also, I don't mind this. This is not a terrible option for a container. It's definitely not the best, though. You know, we'd have to be scooping that water out as clean as we can get it out of the stream here near my house, and then our fire get going. We'd have to boil that, and we'd have to let it cool off and drink it, and we'd be having to do that many times a day because this is a pretty small kit. But it's something, and it's just day one, you know. So the survival candle also, you know, it's not a flashlight, but, you know, then by saying that, it's not going to run out of batteries either. It will run out of wax, but, you know, that 36 hours is basically 12 on each one of these wicks. And then, you know, so you can just light one at a time. And of course, you don't need it to be lit all day long. You know, you can just use this in the evening and help keep yourself warm, help keep your shelter lit. But I think it's going to fit right in there. Yeah, so we can throw that in there. We'll throw our little Brunton button compass in there. Great little, this is just an amazing compass. I'll leave a link to this for sure, guys. This has been one of my biggest sellers on the Amazon affiliate links. People really seem to love this little compass. It's just great for a little kit. I mean, look, we can just slap that in there. I can fit this in here. What else? Do I have any other small items? I could fit my wet fire in there. And so there we go. We got that stuff all packed away. Tuck that in the kit, and we'll just finish off with our little piece, our little 25-foot Hank 550 cord. Just your basic. This is the real deal. This is good stuff. Just never even opened. Just rebanded it up to keep it nice and tight in my kits, because I have so much paracord just loosely laying around. And then this is not bad at all. I might even flatten this down, kind of, you know, smash it like that, and find a way to keep it a little more tidy and packed in the kit. But great for first aid, great to patch up that shelter. This is amazing for that. Band-aid, you know, you got a cut on your hand, and put this over that, just to help protect it from the dirt and the environment. So just we found our little kit bag here, and everything fit in there nice and neat. And so there it is, guys. That was just day one. Let me know what you think about the kit. What would you add? What would you have rather found? You like that knife option? Thank you guys again so much for all your likes, shares, subscribes. You know, when you hit that thumbs up, it really helps the algorithm push the video out. Commenting on the video is an amazing way to help us out. Just say, hey, hi, I watched your video. You don't even have to leave a thumbs up even in the comments. And if you really want to support the channel, you can hit that Amazon affiliate link to the specific items. Go check those out. And you can also consider, if you would please, to join the